I never tried that. Isn't it very small though?
Oh. I guess, but I've just gotten used to it. This is how I've the app. So it's not bad.
I'm just gonna do the intro here. Welcome to Board Games with Niramas. This is going to be a little bit confusing because I'm starting 10 minutes earlier than I should. But now we got the game set up and working, so just thought we should get started. And it is what it is, basically. We're just it's a bit funky here. We just talked about it's a bit funky with the whole adding friends in Terraforming Mars and inviting them to game and all that. But at least the stream seems to be working, right? I think. Let's see if...
I didn't look. Do you know if he did draft mode or if he did regular mode for the card?
He did draft, so that's good. Because I don't want to play with without the draft. I think that's an important part of the game. But I'm not really sure if the stream is running. Because it's I set it for... Oh yeah, it is running. Okay, that's good. Alright, well at least it is running and it's recording then. That's good. That's the important part of the... Okay, so I was hoping to get everyone in the voice chat because the stream is now recording everything that I hear as well. So it's when you talk, it's recording you as well. Just so you know. But it seems
so I'm going to be famous now?
Yeah, you're going to be famous. And then Boiling Seas, who's also in the game, but he's not in the voice chat, he's not going to be as famous. What's your name, by the way?
I'm Michael.
Okay, hi Michael. It's easier to call you Michael than to call you the nickname. Well, so you're Mad Phoenix in the game, by the way, for the viewers.
Oh no, I'm player 41.
You're the purple guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's choose a corporation here. So have you played the game a lot, or?
A lot more in person than on the app, but I've played a lot of games on the app.
Yeah.
Only one other time online on the app.
Yeah, I mostly play solo. Yeah, as you might have seen on my channel, but I mostly play solo because I think that's perfect for the format. I tend to think that in a multiplayer game you sort of sit around wait for people.
Well, the only time that I did it as multiplayer, it was with a group of friends, and we were trying to still play games while dealing with this quarantine.
Yeah, but that's
so
why
pretty quick.
Board games are good now. I mean, the whole point of playing board games usually for me is the company of people, but.
All right, this is going to be almost a first ever for me.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm the first player.
I'm starting with 0 cards.
What? You don't have any cards? Well, that's interesting. So you had such a bad card choices there, I guess.
Yeah, they just didn't jive well with my corporation. I didn't feel good.
Let's see, what corp are you playing? Oh, Credit Corp. Okay. And Saturn Systems there. So we gotta grab all the Jovian tags, basically. Why can't I... This is weird. Can't see my cards when it's not my turn. Supposed to be able to do that. Okay, now I can see my cards. Okay, so why does it show? It seems like it's a bit buggy here because for some reason I can... It looks like I can play this card, right? Wow, the game is all weird here.
Hello.
That's really weird. Hey. So just so you know, I am streaming right now, so for the Terraforming Mars. So this voice, if you talk here, that's going to be picked up by the stream as well, which is so fine, of course. But just so you know,
This is also the only time I've ever done this on the first turn.
that's really weird. What do you do? But you have credit core, yeah. But it's still weird. Okay, so because it wasn't my turn, it showed the cards like they were active, but now I see them as I should see them. So now I can pass, okay. I never done this before, like streaming and having voice chat. So it's a bit confusing.
I feel like it should come through really well for your viewers to have a format like this.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, they can only see my side of it, but still, it's. I mean, I done it once, and that was, I think, pretty popular. I did it with 2 friends, but I don't think we didn't have voice chat in, so they only heard me. But I think it's, yeah, as you say, I think it's interesting because I mean, it would be even better if we're all 3 of us were in here, because then we can discuss what's happened and so on.
Well, who's the new person that just joined this voice chat? Is that Phoenix?
No, it's not, and I don't know who it is. But it's a bit confusing to try to watch the Discord at the same time. I'm gonna ignore Discord and just focus on the game. So I definitely want that. And I have a bunch of steel as well. You know, I just play this game so much solo that it's weird for me to play it multiplayer.
I think I just finally got the card to define my entire strategy here.
Huh, you have a strategy at least. That's not bad.
Oh man, and Phoenix just gave me the card.
Okay.
He gave me standard technology.
Yeah, that's perfect for you. So you can keep just buying stuff, basically.
in the like real world of tabletop gaming, I feel like this game plays best with like just the colonies expansion and maybe the multiple maps for a variety of awards and such. But what do you think?
I never play without Prelude because it's so nice to get that start going. But I like colonies as well. I like the maps. The only thing I don't really like, well, I kind of like it, but I think Turmoil, I don't know. I don't want to play with Turmoil every time we play, if I put it that way.
I haven't actually gotten to play Turmoil yet. I've missed out on the game days that the one guy in our group that owns it has brought it.
I think you should try it at some point, but it's good, but it's complex, and it really adds a lot of, not fiddly, but a lot of things to manage, like a lot of upkeep in between rounds. I think my favorite. My favorite way to play is with everything except for Turmoil.
I've never played with all of Venus because most of the people in my group say that they really dislike it. But the one I dislike actually the most, and this is kind of surprising for most folks that love this game, is I really dislike Preludes because I feel like that in the way that it speeds up the game, it destroys a lot of the strategy element that you would use in the game.
But I think that's where I think that's why you need Venus, because it's like Venus adds time, so it like balances it out. I played the base game with Prelude, and I didn't really like that because, as you say, that was really quick. But I mean, overall, I think this game is amazing. But at the same time, I've gotten a little bit tired of it as well. I mean, I played well over 100 times in real life. So you know, it's start to do the same thing a little bit.
I think my favorites are this, Power Grid, and Twilight Imperium.
Oh wow! I never played Twilight Imperium. I mean, it's like I don't think I will like it, and I think it's way too long for me. But I don't know, maybe.
It's like a 4X game, except with politics and amazing variety, and there's just so much complexity to it that makes it amazing.
Yeah, I kind of hate politics in games. Well, like, I hate when you're, like, discussing stuff and, like, oh, should we go together against this guy and team up and all that.
Well, the way they do politics is actually quite clever. It's every generation, let's say, like there is in this game, you flip over a new political agenda that has votes, and those votes have consequences. And you vote based on your political status, which is a resource you get from being on particular planets and such. So it's not necessarily politics and completely open-ended. It's usually just some sort of agenda that has defined consequences for decisions.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, that sounds a bit better. But still, I think it's. I want to try it at some point. I have some friends that set up these like full days of TI4 or TI3. I don't know, and all that. But at some point, I want to try it, but haven't gotten around to it yet. By the way, Power Grid is a good game. I do like Power Grid, but it's been a long time since I played it, and that game also has somewhat some kind of interaction that I don't really like with the whole. You know, when there's like this point when everybody's waiting to see who is going to be the one to push into the last era or whatever.
See, I kind of like that piece because of the strategy you can build around it. There's a lot of subtlety to the strategies in that game, and how you can control turn order, stockpile money to prepare yourself for when somebody else goes to the next generation, so that you can manipulate turn order so that you go first when you trigger the next generation and can get extra advantages from that. So there's a really deep, interesting strategy to all the subtleties in that game that's just really, really amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I like it in a way, but in one way, I also think it's too mathy. Like, a lot of times when I played it, it's like people sit around and just pull out their mobile phones to start like doing the calculator and stuff. Oh, this is some real multitasking here. You know, chatting with Mad Phoenix in the chat here, handling Discord. I just set up a Discord, by the way. If you're watching, or if you're watching this afterwards, and go check out my Facebook, or it's also on YouTube as well. In like the community tab on YouTube, you can find the link to the server, and you'll be invited automatically to the BGW Niramas server. I think you can search for it on Discord as well. I'm not really sure. I'm somewhat of a noob on Discord.
Do you play computer games as well?
Yeah, I do, especially now since I'm quarantined at home. But overall, I played a lot of computer games back in the days, and then I got a bit tired of the whole. I mean, it's fun to talk to people like we do now, but so I wanted that physical social thing, so I got into board games like 7 years ago or something like that. And then as that kept growing, it just sort of pushed out the computer games. So I haven't played that much computer games. I played some PlayStation and stuff, but
have you ever gotten into the MOBAs like League of Legends, Defense of the or Dota, those types of things?
I played what's it called, Heroes of Neverth? That's called, right? Hon?
Oh yeah, that's the one that is that the one Blizzard did?
No, I don't. No, it's not Blizzard. I don't know who did that. But that is like you go in there, and after 3 minutes, somebody is shouting at you because you did something wrong. Because it's like really really toxic community, in my experience. I think the same is for like Dota and as well. I think it's like you have to play the correct way, sort of, which I don't like.
So the reason why I bring it up is I used to enjoy those games a lot, but you're right, like the community is so toxic. But there's now a board game out there that was a Kickstarter that emulates those, but in a board game format, called Cloudspire.
Oh yeah.
And it's a ton of fun.
Yeah, I was when I was at the Essen Spiel in Germany a few months ago. I was I was about to pick that up, and I talked to Chip Theory Games about it and all that, but it was like I got to the point where I picked up so many review copies, so that when they were like when when they were saying like, oh yeah, you can get it for like 50% off, it sounds a bit. I don't mean it that way, but then I had to say no because I already had so many games that I have to bring back home and then film. So that's why it never got to my collection. And then I've been watching some people like Rob's Gaming Table on YouTube. He's been doing some playthroughs of that. So I can recommend those. And a lot of other people have done as well. So I don't really feel like I need to make videos of that game, but I would like to play it at some point. I really like these the whole chip theory games thing where they have these poker chips as units and all that.
Yeah, we keep actually a collection of poker chips that we oftentimes use to replace money in games because they're so much more fun to play with in general, even just as monetary replacement.
Yeah, I know. I have a lot of I know a lot of friends and so on that does the same thing. Well, there's your standard technology there. It's nice. Like a little bit for me, it's weird for me to use poker chips because I played a lot of poker. I spent a lot of time in casinos and so. I don't do anymore, but I used to do that. But it's weird for me to have poker chips in a board game. So.
Well, I live in Nevada now, and yeah, I'm a big poker player myself. But
okay.
Unfortunately, right now everything's closed down.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
A couple of the other guys that I know that play professionally have started running games privately, but I haven't gone to any of those yet. I've been being a good little quarantine person.
Yeah. Okay, this is really weird. Like, what's that called? I play the card now. What's it called? Great Escarpment something? Consortium. And you know what? It says that I get a steel production and I can lower steel production. And the rule says that if it's a red banner around like that, I don't have to do it in the board game of Terraforming Mars. But in the digital version here, I have to lower someone's. So I have to lower my own steel production, which is stupid because I just raised it.
That's ridiculous. I've noticed this game does have the digital version of this game has some small quirks and bugs to it that I've had a hard time navigating.
Yeah, there's a few of those, and so I have to lower it. So I just raised it, and now so I play the card for nothing. I mean, if you play the solo game, then you can just lower the AI's production basically. But in a multiplayer game, I had to do myself. That's just so weird. Oh well, no biggie, but it's annoying. So do you live close to Las Vegas or?
No, I'm up in the northern part. I originally moved out here to live at Lake Tahoe, and right now I'm living down in Reno.
Okay. That's really cool. At one point in my life, I have to visit Vegas.
There's a lot of Europeans out in Vegas right now. The last couple times I've went that are coming out there on extended holidays for like 6 to 8 weeks and just playing poker for a living.
Yeah. I would like to play the World Series, before I die.
Yeah, that'd be a fun goal. I played in a main event for another major tournament series, and finished just shy of the final table, but I've never done World Series.
Yeah, it's expensive, obviously, but maybe at some point there's a chance you can qualify right online or something. But it's really hard, of course.
Yeah, we have lots of qualifying events. This is like one of the few states in the country that you can actually play poker online legally, and it's run by the group that does World Series of Poker, and they have qualifying events all throughout the year to satellite.
And that's so weird. I almost forgot about that, but they banned the online poker in the States.
And that's pretty much all you guys have over there, from what I understand.
Yeah, we have like in Sweden we have three casinos that are run by the government. They're good and all, but it's there's no it's like the opposite basically. You can play as much we can play online poker and stuff, but it's a lot harder. You can't it's illegal to organize a poker tournament or whatever on your own. I also must say I got a bit bored with at least Texas Hold'em. I played a lot of Omaha as well, but I mean from a game perspective, now that I play a lot of board games, or card games, I just feel like poker is not that exciting. It's just about the money. If there were no money involved, then you wouldn't play it, right? Oh, that's kind of cool. I just realized that in Discord, it says on my name, it says that I'm playing Terraforming Mars. So Discord is connected to Steam, I guess, in some way. I tried to connect it to everything, but I don't understand how all that works. Oh, I got Space Elevator. That's a perfect card for me now. With all my steel. So let's see. Definitely doing ironworks, because then I can start getting even more steel. This is really an engine going here.
I feel like one of the hardest parts about playing this on the iPhone is that there's not a really good way to tell where the temperature and oxygen is, because the meters are so tiny.
Oh, okay. I never tried it, but it's good to get to hear someone using it. Okay, so Örjan is writing here in the chat that red bordered resources are optional. Oh, maybe you're right. Well, I guess you are right, because you usually are there. Örjan knows this game a lot better than me. That was stupid of me, though. It wasn't that expensive, but still. What was it? It was like 6 plus 3, so that was 9 credits out of the window. I should have held on to it and wait for someone to get some steel production, obviously, if I would have been focused. But I'm trying to focus more on the game now. That was a bit confusing for me there in the beginning. I don't think this will be my best gaming strategy-wise, but it's fun to play against some real human players for once. So Michael, you're really you're not doing good on the time there. 44 minutes to go.
Wait, 44 minutes on what?
Yeah, like Mad Phoenix has 54 and I have 48. So I don't know if you can see that on the iPhone, with next to your name.
I don't at all, but I wonder if it's a what am I trying to say? If it's because my phone seems to disconnect from the servers every once in a while. I might be losing signal.
Ah, okay. I hope we can make it in time. So, so this is nice. My engine now, so I get the steel, raising the oxygen, and then I can use that steel to sell it. So I have a infinite supply there. I'm so not used to just doing 2 actions at once and then wait for people. I'm so used to playing this in the solo mode, and I just do everything that I want and then just go to the next generation.
Oh, so you play like the what is it? The challenge mode. You don't play against the AI.
No, I don't like the AI.
No, I don't like the AI.
They feel really bad. They usually do weird stuff, so I'd rather just play the solo. Like I play it with my, before this came out, I played a lot of soloing on my table as well, and having that time limit to beat, I really enjoy that. And now I did it again. But, this time I can do select none, okay. Because I don't... Okay, but I want to remove credit course plans, but... Yeah. So, sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, thanks. Now I know your master plan.
I like your cities. I guess that's going to be a lot of points for you there. Now I'm just
Not yet.
I'm just looking for those cards that I can put in the middle there, so you can't place a greenery, like the land reserve or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I'm picking up those cards when I have the option in the.
Yeah, you can't send those forward.
I had to make a bad decision on keeping a card that.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay, so let's see what I will keep here. I think those two. I think this this format of multiplayer is, I think it's best suited if I would record it and then just edit out the waiting time.
Yeah, if it's just the playthrough, but like, I don't know. I think some people like probably listening to the open format chatting and stuff too, almost like a podcast.
Yeah, that's true. And it's a bit, I mean, streaming is a bit of a different thing. When I do playthroughs, I try to edit more and more and just, you know, get rid of all the unnecessary when I'm thinking and all that. But in a stream, it's more of a relaxed, I guess. Which is nice, which is also why I'm streaming a lot these days, because that is so much easier for me, not having to spend hours and hours to edit. Well, you got there in in time before someone could mess up your good spot there.
Well, I didn't necessarily want to do it, and it wasn't to prevent somebody from building over it. I realized there was something else I needed to consider that I'll tell you about in a minute when we get to.
Oh, did you need oxygen?
Well, I feel like that will give away everything if I tell you right now.
I'll see it in due time, so.
Oh, I disconnected again. One of the
Oh,
quirky things about the phone app, also I've noticed this when playing on a Chromebook, is that every time there's like a pop-up or something else on your screen, it can cause you to disconnect from the game. It's very, very weird that way.
Oh, okay.
You can't like tab away from the app, so to speak, to a chat or anything at all. If you minimize that screen, it disconnects you immediately.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can see the use of playing on a phone if you're like going on a bus or a train or something, but since I usually just drive everywhere, there's like no room for me really to be playing games on my phone.
A few years ago, I quit a job that I'd been working for 12 years because I got just burned out, and I backpacked the Pacific Crest Trail, if you're familiar with what that is. And I basically walked from Canada all the way down here, which is about 1,500 miles.
Oh wow!
That is
wow.
well over 2,000. And landed here in Tahoe and decided to call it home. But one of the things I realized on the trail while I was out there was that I wanted to play more board games. I always loved doing this stuff, but I didn't do it nearly enough. And so now it's kind of like an emphasis of something I do in my life as a result of doing the trail. But one thing I've neglected in my life coming off the trail is having an actual computer. So I don't have like a real PC where I could play this stuff on Steam or anything like that. I just pretty much have my phone, and I'm using my friend's Chromebook to even talk to you on right now.
Ah, okay. Well, I mean, in that case, it's really good that there's a mobile app, of course. So that's really cool. I mean, how long did it take for you to do that trail?
About 2.5 months.
Okay, and like hostels and stuff on the way then, and
No, you're just living in the woods for the most part, and then about every 5 to 7 days you come to a town, and when you do come to a town, like once a week, you resupply, and a lot of times there are like hostels or people that just will put you up for a little bit, and you stay there while you're just maybe washing some clothes and getting new food and stuff to head back into the...
that's really cool. That's really amazing. Oops.
You're welcome for the gift that I just gave.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. I think it's a bit it's a bit slow with the connection here.
Did you like it?
I'm not really sure what you meant. Like which which card you meant?
There was the one that lets you place a tile anywhere and increase your money production. I think it's a pretty good card.
Oh, I went for the titanium mine. But you're right. That's probably a good one.
I had the option to keep Zeppelin, so I just couldn't give that up.
Yeah, okay.
Which, maybe you don't know
I don't remember it.
I don't remember it.
It permanently increases your money production by 1 for every city tile on Mars.
Ah, okay. Yeah. I used to know all the cards in the game, but I don't play that often these days, so... Well, if you just joined the live stream, I'm playing with Michael, who is the purple player with the weird name, and then we also have Mad Phoenix here as the green player, but he's not on the voice chat, so we're chatting with him in the chat system here. It's a bit of a different stream from my usual stuff, but it's fun. Not always play those solo game.
Does it show you how many people are in your stream?
Yeah, there's 6 people watching right now. Which is quite normal. Maybe a little bit more sometimes for the streams, but I've been streaming like daily now, so then usually that turns into fewer people each time, basically. And it also has to do with time of day and all that. If I stream later on, it's usually more people because of the Americans. So what is the time for you right now? It's pretty early, right?
Yeah, it's 2 in the afternoon here.
Oh yeah, it's past 10 here. I mean, obviously there's some Swedes watching and so on, but most of my viewers are from America or Canada. I think Mad Phoenix is from Australia, so it's like, I think it's Sunday for him, something like that.
So over there, where you live, I don't know if this is as big of a thing, but since this quarantine started here in America in social media, everybody's blowing up about this Netflix series called The Tiger King. Are you guys hearing about this over there?
No, not at all. I don't even know. Like, we have Netflix, but I'm not really sure if we have the same series going on and so on. But is it a movie or is it a series?
It's a series about this. It's like about this guy that raises big tigers and all the shenanigans and stuff he gets himself into as a result. So apparently, he's kind of like almost like this renegade crime lord. So it's almost like one of those true crime stories or something like that. Except this dude just raises tigers, and he's super eccentric.
That sounds cool. I mean, I thought I watch a lot of Netflix, so I should have seen it if it were a thing. But like, one thing I don't get though is a lot of people watch this. What's it called? Like Pandemic, I think, on Netflix, and I don't get that because it's like I don't feel like I need more of thinking about pandemics right now.
So, speaking of Pandemic, did you ever play the original computer game Pandemic long before the board game came?
No, I didn't even know that was a thing. Is it similar or?
It's from a different perspective. You're basically controlling the virus and trying to get it to spread around the world and kill off people versus saving people like you do in the board game.
Ah, okay. Because there is a board game, right, that I haven't played, but it's like the opposite thing. I don't know what the name is.
Yeah, it's the opposite. It's called Pandemic as well, and it's about like different people play these different roles to do things and try and stop this pandemic from spreading. Meanwhile, so it's a co-op game. Meanwhile, the virus itself is kind of like an automated player that's evolving itself and creating more havoc, essentially.
Yeah, I played Pandemic a lot, but there's like a board game that is also the opposite, where you try to spread the virus.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
I don't know what it's called. It's called something else, but I think it's like based on Pandemic, sort of. Okay, so Bjorn is saying in the chat that we don't have Tiger King here on Netflix. Huh. Maybe it's coming then, or something. I assume that we get sort of the same series, but later on. But you can also use like a VPN, so I've been thinking about trying that so that I can get access to more stuff on Netflix.
So, the interesting thing about, or the fun thing about this computer game of Pandemic, and there were people that created memes about this back in the day, is essentially you're trying to spread this virus, and the hardest part about it is getting this virus into the country of or out to the island of Madagascar, because the memes that were created about this are making fun of like somebody sneezed in Germany and the president is like close down everything, and because it is really, really like impossible to get the virus to spread there. And I just saw that Madagascar had its first case of coronavirus, so we know it's a serious deal.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, but Plague Inc. is the board game that I was thinking about. I never tried it. I don't think it's that great. I haven't heard any good stuff about it, but it's like an opposite Pandemic. No, Bjorn, I don't know. Pandemic Contagion? Is that also a game? I'm confused.
there's so many versions of the game Pandemic, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, exactly. And I also see that on a lot of like board game Facebook groups and stuff. People are playing Pandemic, and I don't get it. I mean, is that what you want to focus on right now?
I would rather focus on anything except what I do for work right now.
What do you work with?
I'm a financial planner, so I deal a lot with like stocks and bonds and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, okay, so it's tough times now, right?
Yeah, a lot of people. It's not. We're all expecting this to be relatively short-lived and for the recovery to be quite robust, but at the same time, having lots of conversations with people, trying to calm them down while their lives are upended is very, very draining.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I'm staying as far away from the stock market as I can. I don't like it at all.
Now you're going to get to see why.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see what you got.
Claiming-
You got two.
Yeah, claiming 2 milestones and getting there, that's a pretty significant jump.
Yeah, I think you got a good lead there. I'm gonna claim 1 now, but that's kind of late. I could have done this earlier if I had focused on it, but... Yeah, and obviously you go for landlord.
Okay.
What? So, a lot of waiting around. That's how it is in this game. I think I usually play pretty fast as well, but then again, I mostly don't end up winning, so maybe that's not a good thing.
Yeah, I might be taking a little bit longer too, just trying to read the stuff on my phone screen.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I don't mean you in particular, it's more that I'm used to playing the solo game where I can just do everything I want, so...
Oh, 20 money production now.
Yeah, you keep getting it. Wow, you're really doing a good job of building. It's weird, like, no matter what corporation I play, I always end up playing sort of the same way. Like, I'm usually in the lead on TR when I play this game multiplayer, but I usually don't end up winning because I don't have the good points from the board.
I feel like the mistake most people make in this game is keeping too many cards.
Yeah, I agree.
However, usually I'm keeping at least 2 or 3 to start the game. This is the first time. I think this is the first time I've ever not kept any.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't think I ever done that. That's so weird. But it's working out for you, right?
Yeah, we'll see if it does work out at the end. I think this strategy is a good one that I'm using so far, but there's still plenty of game left to go and plenty of ways for people to counter me.
Yeah, I hope I can just keep rushing this because nobody's really focusing on heat at all. So I'm just going all in on heat now, and I got the heat award, so I think that could be a good thing. I like how this game, the tactical part of this game, is what I really enjoy, where you sort of have to adapt as you play. You can't just make a strategy at the beginning like you can in a lot of Euro games. In this one, you have to sort of adapt a bit.
Man, your TR rating is great right now.
Yeah, that's the only thing I have going for me, really. I have the heat as well there. So my TR will be... and I can do the oxygen every round, so... I think that's the only way I can win this. If I win it, I don't know. One thing that I usually don't go for in this game is the cards that give you points, like the dogs and whatnot. That's something I should go for more, I think.
I sent you another gift.
Well, I was just talking about that. Here we have Security Fleet, which is a good card, I guess. Advanced ecosystems is good as well, I guess, for me. I'm not really sure if I don't know. I don't have that. I don't have any animals and so on. I think I'll just take the security fleet then. I guess that's the one you meant, right?
Yeah, I wanted to keep it, but it was between that or giving you a card that lets you place a tile anywhere on the.
That would have been nice for me. It's a bit of a weird stream for me as well, because I'm usually not this quiet in a stream, but I can't really talk about my strategy right now, since I have an opponent listening.
Yeah, I imagine that does make it a little bit different, not being able to talk about that.
Yeah, I usually talk like constantly in my streams, but it's kind of a nice break for me as well, not feel the need to talk all the time. I was so afraid that you were going to take the banker award, because like I need to stop you from taking that, because I will be third place on that one, so I need to take the miner, because that's a guaranteed win for me, I think. You might be second though.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting the banker, but I don't know that I want to spend $20 on that right now, or 20 credits, whatever you call it.
Yeah, I can see that. And it was the same decision for me. Like, is it worth for me to spend 20 on another award? So I spent 34 in total for awards. But I think that's going to be 10 points for me, so, or at least 5. I think it's 10.
It's 5 and 2.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I got both the thermalist and the miner locked down. If I don't use my steel that much, then I will have miner as well. Because like neither you or Mad Phoenix have any real production. Well, he got 3 now. You have 2. You don't have any production of steel or titanium, so that's a good one for me. Because I think you're my main opponent now, because of your board.
Yeah, I've got the board kind of semi locked down at this point.
Well, this one combos well with your strategy. So now I can get money for your cities.
Yeah. I really wanted to keep that one, but
You can't keep them all, right?
You can't keep them all, right?
yeah. It was either give you that the tile anywhere on the board, or give you the one that lets you collect money for all of my cities.
Yeah.
But it still costs an extra 11 beyond the card cost to collect money for my cities, because you need to do a standard project to boost your energy production. So it takes 3 turns to get, or 3 generations to get ahead on that card.
Yeah, that's true. Now, I didn't do that. Like, I didn't have the card at the time that I did the energy. I needed that for the oxygen racer, but I see what you're saying. Wow, and now Mad Phoenix has a lot of money income. It's up to 26 there. It doesn't matter now because the banker is not going to be a thing, but...
Oh, he has 26 now? I didn't see that.
And he just got 7.
And he just got 7.
I don't know what he played.
I don't know what he played.
I think the highest I've ever had my money production is right between 60 and 70, right in that range. I can't remember the exact number, but it was right real close to that. That was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, he played Satellites, so that got him a lot. Well, now I hope I get some bears, so I can eat your cows.
Moo. What does my timer now say?
It says 24 minutes.
Okay, that should be plenty. We're getting kind of close.
I've been holding on to a card for a long time, waiting for one of you guys to get some heat production going, and finally Mad Phoenix got some heat going. No, I'm stupid. That was my production. Yeah, I'm not paying attention here. And you built in such a way that I can't really place a greenery right now, because that will benefit you. So how did you find the event and so on? By the way, was it from the Terraforming Mars group?
Yeah, I think I saw it in the Terraforming Mars Facebook page. I was
Okay.
keeping an eye out for it because, I had originally mentioned this last week. This would be really fun, so I'd been keeping an eye out this week for you to create it.
Yeah, cool.
Man, what I wouldn't give for Noctis City right now.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it, so
Oh, okay. I thought that was the evil laugh of you've got it in your hand right now.
No, that would have been funny, but no, I don't. I haven't seen it, so I mean, unless, except if Mad Phoenix already taken it and thrown it away, it's probably gonna come.
And there goes oxygen.
Ah, okay, that's a bit sad because now I can't use my thingy. But I had to choose between that and get. I needed to get the greenery out so that you guys can't take away all my plants. And I had to make a city before that, so I didn't benefit you. So I can still get steel that way, I guess, which might actually be a good idea for the goal. I think I'll do that anyway. I don't need the energy really.
Well, he has some mad production right now.
Yeah, I got some plants there. Your production is kind of weird. You only have money, basically.
Yeah, I kind of focused on that just for to maximize standard projects and terraforming the board because I just had the cards that really jived with the strategy. Like,
Yeah. Here's the one that I was thinking about earlier. I thought I had, where I can lower his heat production there.
I went to grab a soda, and I think I might have missed something.
Yeah, I just said I found the one that I thought I had earlier, where I could lower like heat trappers, so I could lower his heat production. So now it's like nobody else have heat production, which is nice. This is a nice card for me here as well, since you have a lot of cities.
The fighter one, that's one VP per fighter resource, right?
Yeah. I just love how you guys don't seem to have any asteroids. So I've been worried about my plants, but I got to keep them. I'm usually not this aggressive in the game, but I found all these good cards that can mess with you guys.
What's a fair strategy to use in a game like this?
I would say it depends. Which again is why I like the game, because it's so hard to say. I think. I mean, there's like a few things you like Jovians. There's the board. There's those cards that give you points. But it also like in this game, I'm happy with like none of you guys went for heat really. So then I want to do heat because I know that I can get a lot of points from that during the game. I usually tend to just go for TR. Or like terraforming the planet. I know some people play the game way different when they just sit around and have a long game and they just, not terraform. Instead they gather points in other ways.
If Phoenix doesn't take advantage of this, I'm going to on this next round.
Yeah, I know what you're gonna do, but you can do it. I could have kept some plants, but then you might have an asteroid, so. I think my favorite card in multiplayer is the protected habitats, so I don't have to worry about my plants.
I don't think I've ever actually used that one, but when I play with friends, I'm always the target.
Okay, well, I kind of have the same feeling. People like to attack me, but and what I like to do is if, like, even if I'm not collecting plants at all, if I get the protected habitats, I get it anyway and I play it just because it's so annoying for my opponent that really wanted it. It's the only card in the game that is worthless in the solo challenge, though. There's no tags or anything.
Alright, here we go. Get to see what Mad Phoenix is gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, we have Landlord, so I mean, I don't think he can catch up to me for the second place. So I don't think he's that, interested in building. But then again, that's a good spot. So there we go.
Oh, he did it.
Yeah, I'm happy though to see more cities because that benefits me both in money. But it's not a good spot for me anyway because now I can't really build greeneries that much.
Oh, he did that one too. That guy. Okay, he left one of the spots open that I wanted.
I don't like you building oceans though because I need those. I need those oceans.
wish you guys would raise.
What?
I said I wish you guys would raise the heat.
Yeah, it's going to happen. But like, I actually benefit from a longer game, I think, right now. Like I have a good production going, so which is also interesting. I mean, you can do standard projects, obviously, but it's in a way I can control the game end a little bit because I'm the only one with heat production.
I have some interesting plans for a little bit from now.
I mean, you can make a lot of points as well if the game keeps going because of all your cities. So
Yeah, there's a few other things too that I think are maybe, hopefully, a little bit unexpected things that I have planned for you guys.
yeah, okay, that doesn't sound well.
I'm thinking already like 6 moves ahead right now.
I'm just happy that I get to be the start player now, right?
Nope, I'm start player.
Oh yeah, it moves in that direction. Yeah, okay. Well, the important thing is that I'm going in before Mad Phoenix because I can be really mean here. Well, there's protected habitats.
Yeah, I just gave it to you. I was thinking you might like that.
Yeah, especially since I don't want to use plants right now. I want to store them up until I get a good spot to use them. Oh no! Don't take my water.
Just wait till next generation.
I knew you were gonna do that. That was like the one good spot for a city.
Knock this city still looks juicy.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be really mean now. I'm gonna say sorry to Mad here. But I just have to do this. I have to keep my good lead on the minor achievement or award.
I think he's doing a real good job at trying to take me out on bank.
No, but Banker is not active.
Oh yeah, that's right. We didn't get that one active. It's landlord.
Yeah, but you got landlord, so I'm hoping to get the second place, and I have a good lead. But he's building as well, so I have a lead of 3 right now. So well, 2, but I of course I will put out a lot of stuff.
Oh man, I'm kind of bummed he bought that.
He has a lot of BP though. Oh wow, did that one.
I think there's one thing that I'm concerned about right now. I'll tell you about it on the next generation.
Okay. My problem is I can't really build any more greeneries. There's like no spots where I don't benefit one of my opponents.
Yeah, I did pretty well at locking down the board fast.
Oh, there's commercial district. I was wondering when that was gonna show up. That's a perfect placement as well, blocking him from two cities.
Yeah, keeping that one was actually a tough decision because I had a few other really great cards.
As well, right?
That makes.
I think it might be. Might be working now. Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Wow, it actually resumed the stream. That was great. I thought it would like make a new stream, but it actually resumed it. So that is great. Okay, so let's just see what I'm gonna do now. I totally lost What's gonna do this? Well, basically I'm doing what I just did, but since it crashed, it didn't save it, so... That card is so nice to have now. 14 mega credits since there's so many cities. Yeah, thank you, Andreas. Seems to be working. I'm surprised that it is working, because it used to be that when I streamed, if there was any issue or anything, it just made a new file. But it might be that they have a new streaming sort of studio on YouTube these days. So they might actually have improved something on YouTube for once. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so... let's get this one out here.
Uh-oh.
No, it's just so I get some cards. There's no spot for a city now, which is interesting. It's not often that the board gets this crowded.
Well, technically, I think there's one spot for a city.
Is there?
Noctis.
Oh yeah, and then the one you can place. What's it called? The one where you can place it between two cities.
Oh yeah, the one you can place next to cities.
I wish I got that one now. That would be perfect here, but. But I
This
can't.
next generation is going to be very interesting.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, we only have 10 minutes each here to finish it off.
I feel like that's plenty of time right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys did pull it off.
What did we pull off?
Oh, never mind. I thought when you took the heat production up, you got the ocean, but the oceans were already full. I thought somebody got the double boost.
Yeah, I'm missing out on a point for my city there, the white city, but...
Finally.
I got 4 different plant cards to choose from.
I got knocked.
Oh, you did? Okay, congratulations. I don't think I want any of these plant cards because there's nowhere I can place greeneries anyway. I'm just gonna skip them all. That's a weird one. Basically, all I can do now is just to end the game. Because if I don't end the game now, you guys will just keep putting out greeneries.
I kind of hope he doesn't do it, but oh, he's going to.
Yeah.
I didn't think you guys were gonna jump the heat that fast. I've literally been hanging on to Demos down and a big asteroid to jump it 5 steps in a single turn, and I was gonna do it this generation, but then you guys blew it up so.
Wow, that's terrible for you. I'm in a spot where like I can't. The only thing I can spend my money on or do is to increase that heat because I can't put out the greenery, I can't put out the city, so it's like the game really wants it to end. Like. Like, I have 65 credits, but I can't really use them for anything.
I have so much I can do, but trying to figure out the most efficient is hard.
Well, that Knock the City was a nice one for you.
If I had been able to do the Demos down and the big asteroid in a single turn, I think that would have been about 10 points because I would have got 5 TR plus I might have gotten enough steel and titanium to take that award.
Yeah, and you would have taken away points from both of your opponents. Yeah, the score is going to be really interesting here. I mean, Mad Phoenix has a crazy amount of VPs from cards and such. That's insane. And I have all these the money, but I can't do anything with them. Well, actually, I could put out some greeneries. I mean, they still give me a point. So even if I give you a point, that's still 1 more point for me compared to Mad Phoenix. I guess that still makes sense. Or like if I put out a greenery between my city and his city, that's 2 points for me, and it's only 1 point for him, and it's no points for you, so that makes sense. But I don't think my lead can get me anywhere. Like I have a little lead there on the TR, but you guys have so much point from other places, so.
Oh, I picked up an extra point from the free card.
That's nice. Yeah, I'm gonna put a green wreath. Like even if it still makes sense. So.
Oh, sure, give him the point.
I gave you a point just now. Maybe it's lagging though.
I think that's his city you put it next to.
Oh, I put one down there as well, at the bottom.
Oh, down there. Yeah.
So I gave you both a point, but I gave myself 3 points. Wow, breeding filters. That's not every day you see someone play that. I mean, he has 51 VPs. That's crazy.
51 on...
Yeah. Like you have 10 and I have like 8. So.
Did I eat your animal, or was that him?
No, I don't have any animals. It's good that you eat his animal.
It's good that you eat his animal because
he has so many of them.
he has so many of them.
I just got a VP from...
Yeah, that's actually good for me. I think. I don't know. It's so hard to know where we're at right now.
Yeah, this is gonna really come down to the wire.
I'm gonna get another greenery because I'm making a point. You're making a point, but I still make more and more point than he does basically. So. It's really hard for me to know which one of you is the most dangerous right now.
Well, he's definitely scoring over 80.
Yeah. But you have so many greeneries and cities. That's gonna be so many points.
Maybe 30.
Yeah, I might end up in the last place. I can't really do the math right now. This game has been so long as well. I mean, we've been playing like 2.5 hours now.
That doesn't seem too terrible.
No, not in a board game, but like in I don't know, maybe not here either. Again, I'm so used to playing the solo game where you play a game in like 30 minutes, so. Then again, the milestones and the awards, those go. I mean, that's yours and mine basically. So he's not getting anything.
He's not getting anything.
Well, he might get some
Well,
second places.
he might get some second place.
Yeah, he'll probably have some second place.
That's interesting. He didn't have that many good options though. Well, actually, that was his only option, really.
I'll take the extra point.
Yeah, you can get 2 points, right?
Yeah, 3 basically.
Yeah, exactly, 3. Yeah.
All right, now the game's going to do the math for us.
Yeah, that's good.
Here we go.
Oh, there came the cities, and there came his points. So I'm dead last there. A big leap as well. 14 points between us.
Well, it's 15 between, or I'm sorry, no, only 5 between him and I. Wow.
Yeah, he really got all that score there from the victory points. That's 56. That's crazy.
56. That's crazy.
I didn't see that coming.
No, not me
That's
either.
wild.
Not me
Until
either.
the very end, where I clicked his, and I was like, "Wow, he has so many points." Oh well, that was fun.
Yeah, it was. That was a fun game. 56 VP on cards. That's that's amazing.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say thank you to you guys for playing with me, and thank you to everyone who has been watching. And yeah, this was interesting. I really liked doing a multiplayer game like this, so probably do it again sometime.
Yeah, I'm down for it. Just send me a message or catch me on Facebook, or I'll keep an eye out for you to post something.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, thank you so much to everyone who's been watching. Have a great evening or morning or whenever you're watching. Take care. Bye bye.